Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. We're still on our spending makeover series, which will be coming to an end soon. But today we're going to talk about 6 tips that our family took before we even started paying off our debt. Let's get right into it. The first tip, which is a good one, is make sure your 4 walls are taken care of. That means, do you have enough money to pay your bills, number 1? Because there are some folks out there that don't even have enough money to be current on the bills they have. And we have to figure out how to do that before you can even tackle debt. And there may be people that are current on their bills and they have enough money for their bills, but they really don't have much left over at all to make a significant difference in their debt. So they'll have to think about what they want to do. That's really a whole different video, and I want to do more videos about that, about what to do if you really are not making enough money to meet your needs. And I think that would be helpful to have more videos out there about that topic. So number 1, take care of your basic needs first. You got to do that. Make sure you're current on your bills before you can pay off your debt. Number 2, and I've spoken about this before, create a budget. We've heard that, but I'm not just into creating one budget. Create 3 different budgets or 2 and look at your bills that you have to pay. That means fixed expenses versus non-fixed. Obviously, say your mortgage is fixed and your non-fixed may be groceries or subscriptions you don't have to have. I like to do more than one budget and figure out what you're getting value from, what you're not, and have a stricter budget and then maybe an easier budget, maybe your current budget, and then look at what areas you're willing to cut out. And like I said, I like to have kind of what I call a bare bones budget and also a, more ample budget where you have a little more wiggle room. I think it's good to kind of look at both because it's always good to have a bare bones budget to go to if you have to. So get a couple different budgets in place. And then number 3, create a plan to pay off your debt. So for example, let's say you make $2,000 a month, and after your bills, and let's say you get it to the bare bones budget, after all of your bills, you have $500 left over that you could put towards debt. Do you want to put all $500? Do you want to put $400 towards debt? And then figure out how long it will take you to pay that off on this current plan and put your plan into action. So that would be it. So create a plan that works for you. Some people are in it for the long haul and it may take several years. Some people, if they really get very aggressive with paying off their debt, can pay it off in a short time. It obviously depends on several factors. So create a plan that works for you in your personal circumstance. Okay, number 4, savings. Each person is different with how much they feel comfortable having in savings. I always feel like it's good to have something. It depends. Do you have more than one person working? Do you have kids at home? Do you own a home? Do you have car expenses? The big thing that can take up savings would be one of 3 things. Health needs that may not be covered by insurance, car expenses, and home expenses. Those would be the 3 biggies that could come up. So do you have enough money in there that you'd feel like you could take care of most emergencies if they come up? So figure out what works for you. Some people do 500, some people do 1,000. I would do that before paying off debt. Okay, these next ones I also did before paying off debt. Stock up, and this is number 5, stock up on items that you may need or use often that you might go through quickly before you pay off debt. For example, maybe make sure you've got all your personal care items there. That way you're not always feeling like you have to run to the store. You may stock up also on extra food. I knew somebody that her husband sometimes got laid off during seasons that weren't as busy. And so what they did is during the good seasons, they would stockpile food and medical supplies and personal products and clothing and all the things that their family needed. So that way, if the husband got his hours cut, they had all the stuff that they needed at home so that they didn't have to spend as much. That really can make a big difference. Okay, last but not least, and this is a huge thing I did. Before we paid off debt, I looked at anything the family needed. For example, did anyone need new eyeglasses? Now, I don't wear glasses, but the other family members do. And as a matter of fact, one family member definitely needed glasses, so we took care of that, paid cash for it. Also, do you need any car repairs? Another example is that we needed a couple new tires. because our tires were kind of getting, you know, a little rough around the edges. So we took care of that. So that way, when you get ready to pay off your debt, if you do some of these things, you won't have to stop paying that debt snowball. Because once you get going on it and you're feeling inspired and motivated, it's really demoralizing if, oh, I got another emergency. Oh, you know what? I forgot I need to run to the store to get this. That way you can put that extra money towards your debt every single month and get it paid off in a timely manner. Let me ask you guys, if any of you have paid off debt, what were some steps you took before you paid off your debt to get yourself ready for that debt-free journey? I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. I hope this series is helpful to all of you. I appreciate you, I love you, and like I always say, see you on the next video. Bye-bye.